Thank you for listening to MichaelFranklinJr.com on Anchor FM. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to MichaelFranklinJr.com. Today's episode, we're going to have a conversation about love. I've talked to a lot of people, and I've come to the understanding that most people do not know what love is. There was people who think that love is subjective, and love is whatever you believe it is. And that, there has to be, there's only one love. Everything else is like or lust or whatever. But love has a specific definition, which I believe is, like what is, for me personally, I believe the best definition for love is in the Bible. It's love is patient, love is kind, love keeps no record of wrongs, love is long-suffering, love will do its best not to completely hurt you, but it's like love, you can do things out of love, and what it says is love covers a multitude of sins. So that means, like, even if you're doing something wrong, and a person loves you, they can tell you if you're doing something wrong, but still accept that you're doing something wrong and still love you through it, love you anyway. But the problem is most people do not know what love is. They substitute, like people say that they love shoes. People say that they love cars. And that takes, that's more of a like. I like things. Love is a deeper, way deeper thing than just liking a material object. So the reason why I brought this up is because I was having a conversation with my son about marriage and the reason why I got married. And it was like, for me, it was more of a not burning with lust thing. There was love involved, but it was mostly a not burning with lust reason. And then, what did you say? You said, what about love?
Wait.
When I was telling you about the reason why I got married.
Oh, I was saying, I think it would be better if you got married because y'all loved each other and not just because y'all didn't want to be in sin and like having sex and stuff.
But the ultimate test of love is loving someone who doesn't love you back.
I just feel like love don't exist. I just don't feel it like it. I feel like it's like kind of something that's made. Well, in this day and age, I feel like it's something that's made up. I feel like it did exist at one point when people understood how to love each other, but I feel like that day is like long gone.
Yeah, and then I don't like that saying where they, right now they're using that thing, love is love. That's not, that has nothing, that's not real love. That's mostly lust that they're saying love is love, or you love who you want to love, or love,
yeah. Like girls, this be irritating me because girls be like, we love our men so much, we just don't want to give them up. And I'll be like, no, okay, first of all, there's a difference between loving someone and lusting after someone.
Yeah.
A lot of women sit here and lust after men and don't even realize it's just a lust situation.
It's just lust.
I can easily explain it. If you and your man is fighting and y'all always get back together through sex, that's lust. That's not love. That's a whole lust situation. Because it shouldn't have to take y'all having sex all the time for y'all to get like through a situation. And that's only temporary. Like y'all still got to deal with the situation. If this nigga cheated on you and then has sex with you to calm you down, that's lust and you're stupid at the same time. Because the nigga gonna go back and cheat on you. You ain't solved nothing. Like,
yeah, but it's what it is what it is. Like I said, the ultimate test of love is to love somebody who doesn't even love you. When God, and this is like you said, Jesus is love.
Yeah. Most
people, well, I'm not gonna say most people, but a lot of people do not care about Jesus at all. You know, even though Jesus died and sacrificed his life for us.
You got a whole religion that says Jesus didn't exist.
And they trying their best to disprove Jesus, even though they found the Shroud of Turin and all that type of stuff.
And our calendars and the entire world is based off of the death of Jesus.
And that. But yet they still try to act like Jesus never existed and there's no proof of Jesus. And even though there's millions and billions of believers and lots of evidence that supports the fact that Jesus did exist, but the ultimate thing about love is, like I said, loving somebody who doesn't love you back and still being there for them when they need you. And no matter what the situation is, you could be treated like crap, but yet that has no bearing on how you feel about the person. You still love this person, no matter what they do. That's the ultimate test of love. And just, being patient and waiting for this person, even if it's forever. That's the ultimate test of love. That's what I call agape love, or a godlike love. And there's people who don't understand that. Like, they have one of the main arguments that they have, that a lot of people have, is abusive relationships. How could you stay in an abusive relationship with somebody who's either physically or emotionally abusive? And that's like the ultimate test of love. I heard there was a friend of mine whose grandma, he probably knows, if he's listening, he knows who he is. So his grandma, she was a Sunday school teacher almost all her life, all her older life. And she was in an abusive relationship with a man. And she used to have to go to Sunday school wearing sunglasses because the kids sometimes have black eyes going to Sunday school, teaching Sunday school. But she stayed with this man and prayed for this man, and eventually, after all of the abuse and all of the stuff, eventually this man changed his ways.
Was that a movie?
No, it was a friend of mine that is, I think they both passed away recently. Mm. And, but at the time when he was telling me the story, I was like, wow, that's love. When you can either, stay in an abusive relationship and pray.
Or maybe he just got tired of beating her.
No, he changed. He actually got saved.
Oh, okay.
He actually got saved before he passed away, which means he could possibly be in heaven right now.
all that beating he made it
because of her.
That's funny though.
But it's because of her, because she was in his life. So that's the crazy part about it. Like people don't understand the value that they have in other people's lives. You know, and then it comes down to being selfish, because you don't understand the value that the value and the lessons that you can give other people. Not saying that you just be a doormat and just, you know, let this person beat you.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, don't go out there and start being like, "What if he beat me and I pray for him? It's gonna work, right? Because it worked for that one lady." That's not everybody's story.
No, occasionally, you know, I know it's difficult to, you know, fight a man, but this is what I tell my daughter. I said, if a man put his hands on you, you have every right. I would say use some hot grits. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You have every right.
Grit roll.
You have every right to, you know, to defend yourself. You know, and do whatever it is. Do whatever you have to defend yourself. You know, just don't let. You know, sometimes you can teach a man by realizing that if I touch this woman, something's bad going to happen to me. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, because I don't know why. Because everybody, we all understand that men are made like we're built to be warriors, and women are not built to be warriors. So that alone should automatically like testify to the rule why men don't touch women in the first place. Mm-hmm. They're astonishingly weaker, like muscle for muscle.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, and it's like even science. I don't know why we needed science to prove this, because it's like it's very evident. But scientists prove that women are not as strong as men. Like it's just history, because it's like back then people used to be the people. I mean, men used to be the ones that go out to hunt for the food and stuff like that, while the women stayed back and take care of children. They were nurturers, and the men were the ones that got the food. They wanted to go get the agriculture. Even nowadays, like if you're a farmer, your woman stays in the house and she cooks, she cleans, and she take care of the house while you're out on the field, plowing the field, doing all of the stuff that a man's supposed to do. So it's like, even today, it still shows it. So those women that be like, you know, equality, it's like there's an inequality for a certain reason, and females always want that inequality when it's like they see what a man really has to do. Like when it's when it comes to like men fighting men, nobody say anything about that. But if a woman fights a man, then everybody attacks the man. But these women want equality.
That's inequality.
Yeah, but right, these women want equality. Like they want everything to be even between man and woman. They want to be on the same shelf as a man. When it's like, no, stay on the same shelf as a woman, and we gonna do all, like we literally say as men, we want to take care of all the rough and hard stuff for you women, so you don't have to worry about none of that, and you could take care of.
If men and women are equal, then we need to get away from the thing saying that men should not hit women.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. And if you say that, everybody, oh, you tripping. No, you should never put your hands on a woman. And it's like, no, they want that. They're asking for that. When you ask for equality as a woman, you're saying that you don't care if a man put his hands on you. Like, that's what you're kind of asking for.
And honestly, nobody should put their hands on anybody.
Yeah, I'm not saying I agree with it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying women are exclusive. Like, you shouldn't put your hands on another man or another woman, period. You know, we shouldn't be fighting each other especially with the way that the world,
with that disrespect,
especially with the way, and that's a lack of understanding, because especially the way the world is today, we should be trying to focus on more things than each other and putting each other down.
Yeah.
Disrespect